don't know if you can see, but you can't really see her. Dave's here. She's jealous of Teddy. The only reason she's even in here is because Teddy was in here, and so now she's in here. She's just claiming. She's claiming. She actually would rather be outside, wouldn't you, Dave? Anyway. All right, here we go. Friday. Oh, Friday. Yes. Emily says, almost 1 year in recovery and still binging occasionally, overeating. Overeating, according to her. Could it be because of me playing with restriction thoughts sometimes, even though I never put them into action? Is there any other reason? I mean, it could be that. It also could be that your body's super hungry some days. It could be that you still got some energy debt that you're paying off, that your body's still doing some repair work, and then when it does that, you get super hungry. If there is any doubt in your mind about the restriction piece, certainly address that, because if there's restriction present, then that can lead your body to want to still binge occasionally. But you say it's occasionally, and overeating, over what? Over what are you overeating? Overeating according to what scale? Could just be that that's how you eat. So cut your body a bit of slack. It's been a year, or you say even almost a year, that's not that long. You're going to still get some fluctuations here in your energetic needs. And as long as you pay attention to those and work with your body and just without judgment, if your body says that you need to eat more, you eat more. Then you'll probably find that as the months go on, it starts to balance out even more than it already has done. Sally, I've been eating out restriction for a good 2 weeks now, but I'm struggling with choosing what to eat. Nothing really sounds good. So I stick to green and crackers, but I'm not gaining. Green and crackers? I don't know what that is. Anything green sounds healthy though, doesn't it? It just doesn't sound like a good idea. How can you say that you've been eating without restriction when you've just been eating crackers? Yeah, that's not eating without restriction, Sani. You have to force yourself to eat the foods that you're afraid of. Sounds to me like green and crackers, whatever that might be, is a safe food for you. That's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to rewire anything. If you want to rewire your brain, you have to purposefully choose the foods that you are afraid of and force yourself to eat them. Don't even care if you fancy the crackers. Go and eat a burger. Jenny K. Hi, Tabitha. I've been all in recovery for 8 months and I'm in overshoot. Is it normal during the recovery process for my body to be aching, my body telling me to keep on resting? Thanks so much. It absolutely is normal. And it can be a bit extreme. I know, like in my case, I felt, I remember having growing pains when I was a child and I didn't know it was growing pains. I just thought, oh, I'm 12 years old now, my back aches, and that must be because I'm really old and my back's just going to ache now forever. I just thought that was my life. I thought that was my life. When I was 12, my back ached. And then I got to about 16 and I realized my back doesn't ache anymore. And then I realized that must have been growing pains. And I was happy because I was like, oh, great, I'm not going to have a backache for my entire life. And then when I was in recovery, I got growing pains. It felt like growing pains again. So I had all of that. And then I just had massive muscle fatigue, just really crippling muscle fatigue. But then I'd have random stuff. Like I woke up one day and my wrists hurt. I was like, what the fuck? Why do my wrists hurt? I didn't even do anything with my wrists. And then, another day, like my knee would hurt. And I'd be like, what the hell? And so all of that is just the body, I guess it's repairing stuff, and healing hurts. Healing is painful. Like if someone punches you, the impact hurts, but all the hurt afterwards is healing. That's what that feeling is. It's your body doing stuff. And so healing hurts. And that's what most of us get in recovery, especially if you've had that exercise compulsion part. Ooh, there's a lot of healing to be done, isn't there? And hurts like hell. So absolutely, Jenny, just try and enjoy it. Just try and relax into the rest, and understand that when your body does genuinely feel better, it will start to communicate with you and you won't feel as exhausted. Monika, I usually have 1 or 2 massive meals per day. Massive? Really? But sometimes I wake up starving at like 3 a.m. and eat a kilogram of fruit. Oh, I'm sorry, Monica. I feel like my life revolves around eating super unprocessed food, and I spend most of my day fatigued and mega bloated because my body's trying to digest all the fiber. I'm fully vegan, but about 10-ish years ago, I used to eat raw meat. Like, ooh, but I had this notion that raw food has less calories because your body has to digest it. Anyway, I want to recover, but I'm afraid that my portions are out of control. I'd say that they are, but not in the way that you think they are. And I'll become huge. How do I transition to a normal diet of normal portion sizes? Jesus, Monica. Sorry, I do blasphemy a lot. You're just going to have to get used to it. Jesus Christ, Monica. Okay, well, let's take a breath. So first of all, stop being vegan. Start eating cheese. Start eating food with fat in it. If your body wakes you up at 3 a.m., it's doing that because it's hungry. You giving it a kilogram of fruit is like kicking it in the balls. Your body, okay, so think about from your body's point of view, sleep is really important. Your body knows that sleep is really important. However, your body is so fucking starving that it's like, you know what, Monica, I'm going to wake you up at 3 a.m. and not let you get back to sleep because we need to go and eat some food, Monica. And then you're going, oh, here you are, body. Here's a kilogram of fruit. And your body's like, are you fucking kidding, Monica? That is not what I had in mind. Like, your body woke you up at 3 a.m. and you gave it a kilogram of fruit. I mean, you're so... And then to add insult to injury, you're telling me you're eating unprocessed foods. You have an under-resourced digestive tract. That means that your digestive tract does not have enough resources to do its job. So that's like, it's only got like, maybe say imagine if your digestive tract was a factory. It'll be a factory that usually has 100 workers in it, but your factory only has 10 workers in it, and they're all running around like lunatic trying to get everything done. And really, what you could do is you could make their life easy by giving them easy to process stuff. But no, Monica, you're giving it apples, which is really difficult to process, even with 100 workers in the factory. But with 10 workers in the factory, it's almost bloody impossible. And then you wonder why you've got a stomachache, because that is basically your factory workers. That is basically your factory workers having a tantrum at you and saying, fucking hell, Monica, will you eat something that I can actually process? That's what that is. Okay? So, where are we? Let's not even go into the raw meat thing because it's just fucking weird, Monica. Okay? So, there's obviously a lot of influences on you, on your diet, and you're listening to all of these outside influences, like the fruitarian crowd and the raw meat crowd and the vegan crowd. You're listening to all of that and you're not listening to your body at all. And your body is screaming at you. It is screaming at you when it wakes you up at 3 a.m. Like, that is your body fucking pissed off. Like, your body wants to sleep. It doesn't want to be awake at 3 a.m. trying to digest food. It is pissed off at you if it's doing that. And so you need to start listening to the one thing that is actually going to be with you your entire life, because all of your vegan friends and your fruitarian friends, they're going to come and go. The one thing that is going to be with you for the rest of your life is your body. You need to start listening to it. And your body is telling you it needs you to eat, and it needs you to eat fat, not fruit. Scrap the fucking fruit, Monica. Eat fat. And I tell you what you do. You know, you're talking about your kind of like big portion sizes because you're eating a stupid amount of fruit. Keep the huge portion sizes. Just don't eat fruit, eat chocolate. Okay? Deal? Good. All right. Oh. Now I've completely lost my place, but I actually think it's probably not my fault. I think it's YouTube's fault. Because they keep on moving things around. All right, I'm going to start at the bottom. So Laurie says, can you give us a stern encouragement to eat and rest? I keep not taking this seriously. It's been 16 years. No, I'm not going to give you a stern encouragement to eat and rest. You want to do that for yourself, because if you can only eat and rest when I'm sitting here telling you to do it, which is probably about 3 minutes a week, because I don't do YouTube lives as often now, or I will try. But if you can only actually do what you need to do when I'm here telling you, that is not sustainable. That is not going to work for you. You have to be able to tell yourself to eat and rest if you want any hope of actually being able to get fully recovered. And that is something I tell all of my clients. It's like, you can't be texting me, you can't be calling me, telling you to eat. Like, no, going to have one session, I'm going to tell you to do it, and then you've got to get the fuck on with it, because you're an adult, and because if you are not independently able to tell yourself to eat and rest, you don't have any hope in recovery. So let's not waste this time and money right now. My time, your money. So no is the answer to that. Tell yourself. Okay, one more, and then I've got to go. I'm fiery because it's Friday. Wait. Okay, lots of questions. All right, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. This is getting a bit wild. All right, Rachel, there's multiple messages. I have been working on challenging my food rules and fear foods because I know it's important to rewire my brain. However, I wanted to know your opinion on the food challenges that have become popular on YouTube recovery channels, specifically challenges like My Partner or Mum Decides What I Eat Today. Funnily enough, I actually have made a video about this just before I came on the live. I made a video and I'll publish that. So you're going to get the answer to that question maybe tomorrow. Monika says, you guessed too, not fat in my diet. I know, Monika. I know. Even from that little things that you wrote me, I know that there's no fat in your diet. Because if there was a load of fat in your diet, your body wouldn't be going to the lengths of waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning to be like, Monika, come and eat. So you gotta, like, the cheese, the chocolate, just go fat. Focus on fat. All right. I better go because I do actually have to talk to somebody else in about 4 minutes. But it's Friday. That's a wonderful thing. For everybody that is out there in recovery, what I said to Rachel, I mean it. You absolutely have to be able to tell yourself and give yourself permission to eat and rest. That's the first thing that you have to be able to do, because your recovery is not sustainable until you can give yourself permission to eat and rest. All right, bye.